Let me tell you what I'm doing, because I'm a smart guy. I'm running the Solomon experiment. I'm pursuing something. My whole life is about chasing after what I know will bring satisfaction to my soul. I don't tell people this, but secretly I'm devoting all my energies to this pursuit. You're probably wondering what I'm running after, so I'll tell you. It's right there. It is what will bring me lasting contentment. When I get it, I'll be happy. I want it so bad. I'm running after it with all my might. I know if I could just reach it, just grab it, just obtain it, just hold it and clutch it, then finally I'd be truly satisfied. I think I'm gonna reach it soon. You know, I've spent my whole life running after it. When I was a kid, it was good grades. Somebody told me recently that kids in our area say parents send them two messages. One is that money isn't everything. The other one is you gotta get good grades. But the reason you gotta get good grades is so that you can get into a really good college. And the reason you gotta get into a really good college is so you can get a really good job. And the reason you gotta get a really good job is so you can make really good money. So it's a little confusing for our kids. I got pretty good grades, not good enough to get into Stanford. So I've had to recover. Now I work at a church, helping people who didn't get into Stanford recover from not having gone to Stanford. And helping people who went to Stanford recover from having gone to Stanford. It turns out good grades weren't it. They were nice, but they weren't it. Then there was a girl. When I was in school, there was a girl. And I thought if she would ever go out with me, that would be it. She was beautiful. And everybody wanted to go out with her. She ended up going on into acting and becoming famous. She went out with me, of course, and that was nice and all. But it wasn't it. Might have been it for her, wasn't it for me. As I have gotten older, I find that it seems to be elusive. When we first got married, we lived in a tiny little apartment. We had only used furniture. Going out to eat at Carl's Jr. was like a major splurge. We lived in Southern California at the time. We had no air conditioning, and in the summer, I knew what it was. It was an air conditioner. I knew if I could get air conditioning, I'd be content the rest of my life. And then one day, after being married a few years, we got one of those old used air conditioners you put in the window to cool down just one room. It was really nice. But after a while, it didn't make me feel grateful anymore. I got used to it. In fact, if it went on the fritz, I felt like I'd been cheated because now I deserved it. I was entitled to it. It turns out air conditioning wasn't it. I thought maybe it was when I would get a promotion. I thought maybe it would be when I got married. Then I thought maybe it would be when we would start a family and get kids into the house. Then I thought maybe it would be when the kids grew up and got out of the house. I thought maybe it would be when we could go on the right vacation. I thought maybe it would be when we would save up enough money for retirement so that we would never have to worry about money again. I know it is somehow connected to money, probably a lot of money. Everything has a price tag. I think the problem is I just don't have enough money yet. I'm not quite sure how much exactly is enough. I guess I'll know it when I see it. I think part of what makes me go after it is I keep seeing other people go after it. Everybody's going after it. And it's real helpful to keep track of other people. I find that comparing myself to other people is how I keep score. Measuring myself against other people lets me know how I'm doing. I'm pretty sure that people who have more, they're the people who have it. there's a lot of people around here that have more. One of the things that keeps me running is I keep watching other people who seem to be getting ahead of me. That's Scott Palmbush. He was a Stanford jock. He definitely has it. Man, do I feel wimpy. That's Sue Kim On. She went to medical school and divinity school. Now that's what I call it. Boy, do I feel stupid. That's Dave Peterson. He's a former investments professional. He definitely knows where to get it. That's Jessica Troster. She was an all-American track star. If I could do that, I know I would have it. That's Charlie Scanlon. He played football in high school. He used to have it. I think he's lost it. They all seem to be so happy. I'm sure none of them feel what I feel inside. I don't understand why everybody but me seems to be able to get it so easily. And it's kind of funny. When I see other people who have it, it doesn't make me happy for them. It just makes me want it more for me. In fact, I kind of hope if I don't have it, that nobody gets it. The good news is, I'm gonna get some help going after it. I got a letter in the mail recently, no kidding. Let me tell you about it. On the outside of the envelope it said, "You're smart, you're confident, you're successful." How do they know that about me? They've done research. You know, they don't send these offers to people who are just dim bulb losers. They say, "You're about to become as giddy as a kid in a candy store." And it's no wonder when I read the letter it gets better. "In light of your established credit history, John C. Ortberg," these people know me. They are my friends. They know my name. "We would like to offer you a credit card. It's platinum, with a personal credit line of thousands of dollars, because we know you'll make your payments on time, keep your balance under your credit limit, and not have any payments returned." They know this about me. They are confident in me. I'm not sure my mother believes in me this much. "John C. Ortberg, you're going to get transfer services absolutely free, the lowest fixed rate in the nation, and pay no interest for 90 days on every purchase, every time, forever, because you deserve it." And they're right. The more I think about it, I do deserve it. Plus, every time I spend $1, I earn 2 membership reward option points. And what's best is, there's no limit to the number of points I can earn. Every time I spend money, I'm earning reward points. It's signed by the president of the company, who adds, "I greatly look forward to welcoming you as a card member. I guess we're going to get together for a cup of coffee." You know, there has never been a better time in history to pursue it. Of course, I understand that I have to sacrifice to get it. If I don't keep after it, it'll get away from me. My wife, my kids, they don't really understand about it. Now, don't get me wrong. I go to my kids' games. I meet with their teachers at school. It's just that it is on my mind all the time. Even when I'm home, I'm consumed with it. When we're sitting around the table, on those rare times when we all eat together, I gotta keep my cell phone handy, because it might be texting me. In fact, one of the things I'm learning about it is, if I'm going to get it, I'm going to have to move faster. Because it's moving faster all the time. I realized my old pace was not going to get me there. So, I'm getting up a little earlier. I'm working a little later. I'm squeezing in a few more emails. I'm juggling a few more balls. I don't pray much, to tell you the truth. When I do, it's mostly on the run. When I do, to be honest, it's mostly about it. God, help me to get it. God, why can't I have it? Or I pray about health or problems at work or relationships or things that will get in the way of my getting it. I'll tell people sometimes that I'm going to pray for them or I'll pray about other things, but the reality is it is always on my mind. I don't understand why God is not more committed to letting me have it. I know what you're thinking. Can I keep going at this pace? Is it going to be too much for me? Am I going to have a heart attack or something? Well, don't worry about me. I can take it. I can go like this all day. But I don't understand why it seems to be so elusive. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure that I'm enjoying my life all that much. I tell myself I am. What kind of a loser would admit to being unhappy? But sometimes it's lonely running like this. Sometimes I wonder if there's another way to live. Here's the one thing I'm counting on. I just know it is going to make everything worthwhile. I'm not there yet, but I'll get there. Up until now, I just get little tastes of it. I'm not really hard to please. I just want my fair share. I just want what it would take to make me content with everything in my life all the time. I think I'm entitled. So I keep running. It's cost me pretty much everything, but I keep going. Look at it. It just keeps sitting there, like it's taunting me. It's a funny thing. Sometimes I think I'll die if I don't get it. Sometimes I think I'll die trying. I'll tell you a secret. I've never told anybody this before. Sometimes I have doubts. Sometimes I'm afraid I'll spend my whole life running and never get a hold of it. I will feel like such a fool if I get to the end and look back on all those years of running and running and running and running and think that it was all in vain. Sometimes, to tell you the truth, I think about getting off this treadmill. But I've come so far. I've come so far. I can't stop now. I'm so close. It's closer than it's ever been. I can almost touch it. I'm not giving up. I'll never give up. I'll never stop running. I'm never getting off this treadmill.